What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. We're finally back. It's been a couple of days. I've been doing some grass touching. But anyway, today we're talking about some changes or lack of changes from Infinity Ward regarding Modern Warfare 2. The beta is officially over. It's been over. Like I said, I've been touching grass. So honestly, I don't have as much beta gameplay as I would have liked. And a lot of the gameplay I do have is mid at best, similar to this game. So let's talk about some of the changes that they've talked about. They're not obviously doing anything because, you know, the full game is coming out in like, what, a month or something. So there's not going to be another beta weekend, unfortunately. I know a lot of people were clamoring for one, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. So Infinity Ward actually did end up posting like a little article or whatever talking about some of the main changes that they're focusing on addressing and updates regarding to the beta. So let's talk about that. Before we get into it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I appreciate the recent support. Past videos have been doing very well, so if we can keep that up, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's start it off here with number one. They're going to make more changes to footsteps audio. So cool, I guess. I think that the volume overall is way too loud, and I think that the range from which you can hear your enemies or teammates is too loud as well. Honestly, this might be contrary to a lot of people's opinions, but I don't mind not having dead silence if the footsteps aren't ridiculous elephant footsteps, okay? Like, the fact that you have elephant footsteps means that dead silence is like a necessity, you know, like a requirement. So that's why I think everyone's like big on dead silence, but honestly, dead silence really isn't the main issue. I think the main issue is just how loud these footsteps are, because it's just unforgiving to rush. And if that's the case, then like what's even the point of rushing, right? You might as well just sit around in corners, similar to what a lot of people do in the beta and have done in this beta. Next thing they talk about is weapon balance updates for launch. Bro, I don't know who like cares right now. Like, weapon balance is like so far beyond what anybody cares about in this beta. Like, yeah, it was nice, you know, it was nice that the M4 was good and everything like that, but I wish we could have seen a little bit more from, you know, the weapons. I know that you basically had to level up like a certain gun up to like level 19 or like completed or whatever, and then see where you're at afterwards. And then from there you can like start to use the next battle rifle, which then unlocks the next LMG, which is then the next submachine gun. So it was kind of convoluted, a little unnecessarily confusing, but I finally figured it out at the end. You know, like what, a 10-year COD veteran finally figuring out how to unlock weapons. Like, congratulate me. Thank you so much in the comment section, right? Next up, they talk about enemy visibility, basically saying how they want to be able to track, you know, your targets easier without a traditional nameplate, which makes no sense because a nameplate has been in what, let's see, 1, 2, 3, oh yeah, every single Call of Duty going up to here, but they want to change things for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, oh yeah, 0 reason. They want to change this for 0 reason, similar to the perk system. They just want to do changes for no reason, and it's just completely tone deaf, right? Because like there's so many changes that we actually do want to see, improvements to the game that we do want to see, and let's see, that's getting, let's see, oh yeah, no attention at all. They don't care at all about, you know, skill-based matchmaking. They finally addressed lobby disbanding, which we'll talk about that in a bit, but they don't talk about skill-based matchmaking, the red dots on the mini-map, the nameplate. You know, they're just refusing to change that for some reason. I just don't get it. Infinity Ward also mentions how they're going to change the third-person camera view. I played that for a little bit and it didn't really matter to me at all, so I don't know, maybe if you played third person a lot or something it matters to you, but to me, again, not a huge issue. I guess it's nice that they're changing something for this, but yeah, not the biggest issue. Let's talk about some of the biggest issues that they did not address, starting off with updates on the minimap. There is absolutely no word on the red dots. They don't plan on changing it. They haven't talked about it even. And it just goes to show, what is Infinity Ward even tweeting and posting on Reddit about? What is even the point if you're not going to even entertain the idea of adding this into the game, right? Just honest to God, straight talk, just being honest. What's the point of posting all this garbage about, oh, we are listening to fan feedback, please sound off in the comments and in the replies? What is the point if you're not going to try it, you're not going to listen to it, you're not even going to address it, you're not even going to be like, hey, we heard you about the red dots, but in our playtesting, it didn't work for us. You know what, we'll give you like one day where we have it, and then we'll see how you guys feel about that. No, absolutely none of that. And it's not like you're reinventing the wheel. This has been done in every single Call of Duty game except for Modern Warfare going forward. Why remove it, and then why completely shut up about it too? It's just, it's mind-boggling. I don't understand what these developers are doing. A lot of people say that like the Twitter, Reddit, YouTube comments, all these people are, you know, the vocal minority, probably making up what, like 15-20% of the actual fan base. But guess what? We're a loud minority. We are very loud on Twitter, on Reddit, and we make our voices heard through polls, through comment sections, right? Like every single poll that you see, do you want red dots or not? It's like 95% out of like what, 40,000 votes. Like that's a lot of people playing your game or who care enough about your game to go on this and you know, vote on a Twitter poll or whatever. That's a lot of people. And these are people who you could say like, yeah, they're going to play your game no matter what, but these are also people who have friends who might influence their friends to get it if their game is good, if your game is not good, if you're a development team that doesn't listen to your fan base. Guess what? I'm not going to recommend getting this game to other people. You know, I'm in the fortunate position where people care enough for some reason to watch me on YouTube and hear my opinions, so I'm fortunate in that sense. But not everyone has this. Not everyone has a platform. Not everyone has a Twitter, a Reddit, or whatever. And a lot of people just go to people like me, people like, you know, other commentators on YouTube or Twitter or whatever, and they value our opinions, you know? So make a good first impression and, you know, you might get some sales. You might lose some sales. Who knows? Anyway, rant aside, let's talk about Dead Silence, because they didn't. They are dead silent on Dead Silence. They have not talked about it. They don't want to make this a perk. They talked about it a little in the first weekend or whatever, like the feedback after the first weekend, but they didn't talk about it since, and they have no plans to make this, you know, an ultimate perk or anything like that. They just want to keep it a field upgrade, which is just mind-boggling to me. Especially because when you use Dead Silence, you have to hit a button or something that makes noise, makes actual noise. And what's the point of being Dead Silence if you're going to make noise? I'm literally lost for words. Once again, for like the 5th time in this video, doesn't make sense. I don't know what Infinity Ward is doing. The next to last thing that I want to talk about here is skill-based matchmaking. Again, I didn't think that they were going to talk about this. They talked about a little bit in the lobby rebalancing or disbanding lobbies. I'll talk about that in a little bit after this one. But skill-based matchmaking, you could definitely feel it in the beta. I'm not going to, you know, pull a J-God or an exclusive ace and be like, I ran the numbers and tests and this is, you know, the KD or spread or whatever. I'm not going to go through all that. But, you know, at the end of the day, skill-based matchmaking is in the beta. Whether you think it is or not, it is. Okay, just put it that way. It is. And lastly, the only positive thing that they talked about that was, you know, a huge negative in my opinion is disbanding lobbies. It's the first time they actually brought this up in what, like 3 years? Because I think it started in Modern Warfare. They didn't talk about it at all in that year, Cold War or Vanguard, and they finally brought it up here. And basically they said, we feel this is an important feature and are actively looking for potential solutions for launch. So, you know, maybe you get into a game and it's a really close search and destroy game, and then you just never see them again. So that's what sucks, right? Like respawn, maybe it kind of matters again. Like if your lobby disbands or whatever, maybe it kind of matters. But as far as like search and destroy, as far as like those kind of game modes, it's pretty important or like cool if you could at least have the option to stay in. I never understood the disbanding lobbies feature, because it's like, if people are feeling harassed, if people don't have fun, they can leave. They know what the B button does, okay, Infinity Ward? They're not that stupid. I just, for the 6th time in this video, doesn't make sense. I don't know what they're doing. You can kind of see that's kind of the theme here in this video. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm pretty much out of time here. Appreciate the support. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.